Finally back from uni. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL Livestream reaction and another legendary NRL Super Saturday here. It is round 3. We kick it all off with the Cronulla Sharks versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs. After this one, we will have the Dolphins and the Tigers, followed by, last but certainly not least, the Gold Coast Titans and, you guessed it, the Newcastle Knights, folks. All should be very good, honestly. I don't expect an absolute blowout today, but you never know. This game could be a blowout for all I know. South Sydney Rabbitohs, obviously, they are yet to lose a game. However, you also do have to keep in mind that the Bunnies have played opposition that haven't been expected to be that great. This is one of South's opportunities to show that they can do it against the top quality sides because, believe it or not, this year I genuinely believe Cronulla Sharks are just one of those sides, folks. Cronulla Sharkies, obviously, today, they lost round 1, but in their defense, it was a very tough fixture against the Panthers. If you ignore that one, almost a perfect start from the Cronulla Sharks in this year. First says William Hunt. Second says me. Liam in the chat says, breaking news, Josh Adokar is playing tomorrow for Para. Yeah, kind of saw it coming, legend. Very exciting to see it. I cannot wait to do that match day vlog. No streams tomorrow, legends, because we will be vlogging that game. Just thought I'd put that out there for those that may be wondering there. Appreciate everybody who's tuning into the stream right now. Sharks by 4. First try scorer, Adam Fanua-Blake. Hey, I hope so, man. AFB's in my super coach, bruh. He's in my super coach, so I'm hopeful, man. I'm hopeful, bruh. I would love to see that be the case, man. Let's do it, all right? Let's get it done. Let's get this party started, hopefully. Adam Fanua-Blake to go over first here. Nothing against the South Sydney Rabbitohs support, though. I'm sure you'll do great. Can't wait for tomorrow when the Eels play Para. I cannot wait either, Daniel. Liam, I mean. Daniel Bate in the chat says, morning. Wow, this seems like an early kickoff. It is, man. That's what Saturdays and Sundays can be like, man. It is an early kickoff here. Or at least by NRL fans' standards, it is. Australia here, it's kicking off at 3 o'clock, bro, 3 p.m. I had a uni thing from 9:30 to 12:30, and then I had to get back here on time and all that. And it just kind of was very tight, honestly, man, to fit in actually having some food before doing 3 straight streams and all that. All over the place. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do the first game, but just about managed to get it, legends, done and dusted, bro. How's it going, everyone else, though? How's it going, including you, Daniel, bro? I'm going good myself. Let's go, Bunny, says Rabbitohs for life. Good to see, mate. Good to see. 0339 here. Jeez, Daniel. That's crazy. Ollie is the best, says, how is it going? How's it going, mate? It's going pretty legendary right now. Thank you for the comment. Hi from Hamilton, New Zealand. Shout out. What's Hout? I was going to say Hout out. Shout out to everybody from Hamilton, New Zealand and all around. We love seeing viewers from all across the park. And if you enjoy the stream, legends, as we always say, because it is the typical YouTube thing, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and we also are officially monetized again, so feel free to leave a donation if you can afford it, though it's not necessarily needed. I just appreciate the company. Woohoo, folks. Game's due to kick off in about 20 ish minutes between these two sides here, the Cronulla Sharks and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Folks, start this a little bit earlier than I realized, but hey, the end of the day, nothing wrong with that, I say. Getting a little bit more hype behind it, getting behind the side. More than happy to start a little bit early and hype it up a little. Honestly, I won't lie to you, legends. It is the day before game day for Para, so of course my mind is already elsewhere, but I'm still excited. As a rugby league fan, it's good to get into it. I'm glad to be here. Me, I'm good, my man. Hoping this will be a good game. You and I both, man. You and I both. Started a bit early for it not to be. What's up, legend? Do the Rabbitohs have a snowball's chance now? Firstly, I am up. I'm doing great, legend. I hope you are as well. And I wouldn't say they have no chance, man. I'd say there might be a snowflake chance, man. But I'm very confident in the Cronulla Sharks' abilities here against the Bunnies. if I'm being honest here. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not exactly easy, if that makes sense, legends. It's not exactly easy. It's not the simple PowerPoint thing that you'd want, in my opinion, legends. Unfortunately, we wish it was that way, but that's just not how it's meant to be, unfortunately, guys. It's a shame, but that's how life chooses to provide itself. And we've just got to go through it, guys. Remember, this is the NRL's world, and we're just living in it, aren't we, folks? We're just living in it. Living in it, panicking, partying, all that good stuff. Cronulla is at their stadium, I think. Yeah, it is a Cronulla Sharks home game, Rabbitohs for life. You are correct there. It is a Cronulla Sharks home game here. Their first of the year, from my understanding, which is pretty good for them. Cronulla Sharks, do you think that they get above in this one? I think most of us say yes, but shout out to the South fans that are taking the risk and saying no, because, it's not impossible. If South Sydney Rabbitohs do manage to win this game, I think they deserve a huge piece of applaudance from every single one of us, because it's impressive, legends. Let's face it. It's impressive if they manage to get that done there. I still can't believe for the next game that the Tigers are underdogs. Like, I don't know, legends, but to me, I feel like the Tigers shouldn't be underdogs in that one. I genuinely am backing the West Tigers to win the next game. Also, I get why Canberra Raiders is, but still surprising to me. Don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you, legends. Liam Pritchard says, hi, Runners for Life. Looking forward to when you play your arch enemy against the Roosters in round 5. Yeah, round 5 should be a fun one, man. Are we going to be able to stream that one? It better not be on the same day as a Para game. It better not be. Let's see, round 5. Rabbitohs Roosters. It is not. Let's go. But it is the day before a Para game. So I can go straight from a Rabbitohs Roosters stream to bed to then wake up at 3 o'clock on a Saturday to watch the Mighty Eels play against the Dragons. How good is that, legends? How good is that? That's pretty legendary, if I do not say so myself, folks. And then I'll miss Dolphins Titans. It's a shame missing Dolphins Titans. Dolphins Titans is always a fun one. I love Dolphins Titans. But okay, and then we'll follow it up with the Sunday games. We'll probably release the vlog slightly before the stream. So we'll probably we'll put up the vlog, and then Manly Storm and Bulldogs night streams will go up, legends, for you guys to watch. That's in round 5 though, so you don't have to stress about that for quite a bit here. Because lucky for you guys, up until round 4, I have Sunday as the vlog day, which means that there's no stress or interception between the streams and all that. The South Sydney Rabbitohs and Cronulla Sharks. One second. I've got an answer for that one, legend. The term Rabbitoh, all right, yes, they're the bunnies, they're the rabbits, but the term Rabbitoh comes from the players hawking rabbits on Saturday morning and the cry of Rabbitoh echoing through the streets. It was also very common for them to sell rabbits around the area, so it kind of went together. They called it the Rabbitoh. So Rabbitoh, boom. You know what I mean? Rabbitoh together. There's a few things that really put it together. It's the fact that people on the street would used to sell rabbits, and then the shout of Rabbitoh as well, and it kind of came together to make them the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and not just rabbits or bunnies, you know? Essentially, legend. NRL Bennett says, yo, NRL and Bennett. It's welcome to the stream, legend. Good to have you here. He says, come on the South. Come on South, bro. Latrell back, we might need him for a game. You want Latrell back, legend? Don't worry, you'll get him back eventually. I'm pretty sure he's due for a return in round 5, so not too long to wait. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, in the next game, who are you tipping, Tigers or the Dolphins? Me? I'm tipping the Tigers, man. I've been very firm on the fact that I'm a Tigers backer for that game. Okay, I thought it was something to do Rabbits getting it. Hey, mate, it has like 5 different things. There's a chance there's a involvement with that, but like a lot of it's down to the selling of the rabbits and the shout of Rabbitoh. You know what I mean? Not like rabbits, Rabbitohs, Rabbitoh. You know, legend. Like it's not exactly the most expected of answers, I guess. They're definitely one where if you're not a Rabbitohs supporter, you're going Rabbitoh. Like what? I don't want a rabbit's toe. I'm not a rabbit's foot kind of guy. You know what the heck, bro? Give me the whole foot. Why do I need just the toe, bro? Like what? What are you doing, South Sydney? That's kind of what I'm like, man. What you doing? What are you doing, boys? What you going crazy over like that? Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, Parramatta Eels made the West Tigers look good last week. Yes, we did, Liam. We made them look very good compared to us. But to be fair, they also are a lot better than they were previous years. They're not the same team, man. They're not the same team. And they tried to show that against us. The difference is that while both played average for the first 20, the Tigers just got better throughout the game, whereas Para stuck to the same kind of level throughout the whole game. And we were lucky to get a try at the end. We're going to have to improve a heck of a lot more if we want to win tomorrow. That's as much as I'll say about that, legend. We can't play like we did last week and expect to win against the Bulldogs, even with Matt Burton and Viliami Kikau out, legend. Got to go all out there. Not good enough to begin things off. We can do better as a community. So far, 14 votes on the poll. 64% of you have gone with the Cronulla Sharks, 36% the Rabbitohs, and nobody has gone with draw. There you go. Already getting the firm updates. Not too long until kickoff, actually, legends. Only a couple minutes away from it. Remember, if you can't watch it, this is probably one of the few places you can go because it's available on Fox and Kayo. Can't afford that? That's why you got TJC. I bet it caused a lot back in the day. Back in the day, Daniel Bate, I'm sure, legend. I'm sure back in the day. Not nowadays. Not nowadays. We've got the immunity boy. The immunity boys. Let's go. Immunity. 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 I am immunity. What am I? I am TJC. Immunity. 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 I got nothing more than that, legends. Immunity for days. For days. All over the place. You can't compare to me, bros. You, me, Liam, we all got it. We've all got it. We all got it, gosh darn it. Due to kick off very, very, very soon here right now. In fact, I'm actually curious. I'm curious what's up with it right now because they're due to kick off at 3 o'clock. Right. They're due to kick off at 3 o'clock right now, but Kayo's not exactly. They're not exactly going off right now. One second. 1 hour update. I'm curious. Yeah, okay. Finally, they're heading into the sheds. I was going to say, why are they running so late here? That was what I was curious about. Running so late compared to what you would have expected of them. It's strange, honestly, legends. I'm looking at it, and it's like they're only just going in. It's mental. It's mental. Yeah, okay, there we go. 10 minutes, man. They're waiting on it, aren't they? 3 o'clock can't come soon enough, legends. Tyler, Parramatta Eels beat the Bulldogs. There's always drama. There's always drama, Liam. And exactly. There's always drama when the Bulldogs and the Eels play. There's a reason it's one of the NRL's top rivalries, legends. A huge reason. And it's because of how iconic it is. Right? It's more than just a rivalry. It's heart, man. It's everything to us. Everything, I'll tell you, legend. At $5.50, not many people are giving the South Sydney Rabbitohs much of a shot in this one. But remember, nobody gave Cowboys a shot, and they put up a fight yesterday. No one gave the Roosters or the Warriors a chance last round, and they both came up against their teams too. Rugby league's a funny game, and if you think that you can truly predict every single result, I think you're going a little bit silly there. I only personally gone to this stadium once in my lifetime. It was an okay time, I guess. Not really anything special, the stadium itself. I thought it was a little outdated in a lot of ways, but definitely very classic. I'll give it that much, Legends. Definitely very classic compared. Seems like the buddies are getting fully fitted out right now in the sheds. We should be in for a big one coming up soon, folks, on the channel here. Maybe Liam's prediction will be correct, as he said earlier. 4 points. First try scorer, Adam Vanua Blake. Good old AFB. AFB. What can we think of an acronym for that, Legends? A full bloke. He's going to be a full bloke on a full stomach when he's done here. Anyways, we've less than 10 minutes to go. Let's get on with the lineups here. For the Cronulla Sharkies, at fullback, we have William Kennedy with Samuel Stonestreet and Ronaldo Mulatalo on the wings. Kale Ero and Jesse Rabian are in the centres with Braden Trindle and Nicholas Hines in the halves. Adam Panua Blake and Oregon Kafusi are the props. Oregon Kafusi, Parramatta Eels 2022 Grand finalist. Blake Brayley is also at number 9 here with Bryson Nikora and Teague Wilson in the second row. Cameron McInnes lines up at lock here. The interchanges Daniel Atkinson, CSC for Talakai, Braden Hamlin-Uele, and Tuku Hurtapua. Hapu Peru is the 18th man. As for the visiting side, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, we have Jai Gray at fullback with Isaiah Tass and Michaeli Ravalawa on the wings. That's right, Ravalawa makes his debut for the South Sydney Rabbitohs with Campbell Graham and Jack White in the centres. Cody Walker and Jamie Humphreys are our halves, with Sean Kepi and Davey Moale in the props. Peter Mamu Spaghetti, as we call him, lines up at number 9, with Keon Kolamatangi and Jai Arrow in the second row. Lock is Talis Duncan. The interchange, Jaden Sullivan, Havili, Liam LeBlanc, and Tavita Totola. Fletcher Myers is the 18th man. Craig Fitzgibbon versus Wayne Bennett. Who will win? We'll find out. It's all to be refereed by Gerard Sutton. Come on, Gerard, please have a good game. I know that for a fact, none of us want too controversial of a call for a game like this. Just let us enjoy our Super Saturday with some fun, please, my guy. It's all that we ask for, really, Legend. Really, 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 it's all that we ask for. In terms of ins and outs for both teams, we've got one out for the Cronulla Sharks. They are going to be missing Billy Burns, according to the NRL app, with Peru coming in as that 18th man, obviously. Jack Whiten and Ravalawa are 2 huge ins for the Buddies tonight, with Bailey Bentley Harpe and Lachlan Hubner out of the side. Though Lachlan Hubner is more so down to the fact that he is suspended rather than any particular injury or just being dropped. Expect to see Lachlan back in the side pretty soon once his suspension is served. I know a lot of Buddies fans weren't too happy with that suspension, but it's kind of how rugby league goes, unfortunately. It doesn't really matter how you feel about it, right? They can be a little inconsistent. Tyler, tomorrow night I'm tipping the Raiders to beat Manly. Fans will be crying. Good stuff, Liam. I think the Canberra Raiders will win too. In fact, I'm predicting 1, 2, 3. Technically, right, except for the which game is it? Except for the Sharks. Except for the Sharks, I am pretty much all tipping upsets for the rest of the round. So I'm a bit of a bold taker, aren't I? All tips, Legends. All tips. 5 minutes till kickoff now. If you haven't gotten yourself ready, get yourself ready now. We should be in for a long and fun day of rugby league on the channel. Anytime try scorers for me, I'll go with Jack Whiten for the South Sydney Rabbitohs and Ronaldo Mulatalo for the Cronulla Sharkies here. Won't go with a first try scorers today. I'll just say anytime both of them score and Cronulla Sharks will take the victory today. That's right. I don't think the Buddies will go home without any points. Just won't be the amount of points they want. Tyler Paytas was brilliant last night for the Broncos. He really was, wasn't he, Liam? The Brisbane Broncos overall were pretty good, especially in that second half, like the final 20 minutes, maybe even the final 10 minutes. Wow. But You know, I feel like I want to put just as much credit on the Cowboys there. They weren't expected to win that one, and they really made them get scared for it, legends. Rugby league, but a boxing legend. Yeah, it's a shame to hear Daniel Bate. We wish his family all the best, George Foreman, mate. No, it's not rugby league related, but still, legend, right? Legend. We say legend a lot on this channel. Got to respect them when they come about and when they leave off this world. Very, very hopeful for this one. Main reason I even streamed this one because I was coming off from uni. The only reason I really decided to jump onto this one was the fact that I went, you know what? I think I can just about squeeze the time in, and also it's just you know, I think this could be a fun game to watch. Like this game is the kind of stream that I like doing. You know, Sharks and Souths. I don't always like the crazy close ones or the crazy iconic ones. You know, fun games like this can be great, man. Milani Ferguson says, buddies to win 100% there. Well, Milani, best of luck to your team. Best of luck. South Sydney Rabbitohs, will they come up on top for Milani? Daniel Bates as well said, yes, thank you very much, legend. I have been told I'm pretty good with my public speaking skills, especially considering everything. So I guess, yeah, no shock there. Not too long till kickoff now, folks. About 2 minutes. Remember to get your drinks. Keep yourself hydrated. Not got my George Foot yet, but maybe I should now. Maybe you should, Daniel. Maybe you should, bro. Don't forget to like, sub, share, legends. You know, all that good stuff here. We're so close to... I know that pretty much everyone here would have been sub by now because you're loyal viewers, but we're so close to 7.8k. I mean, to 4.8k legends, not 7.8k. Maybe one day, but 4.8k. And once we get to 4.8k, we can then look to push further and maybe eventually hit that 5k in the near future. Would be pretty nice to see. South Sydney Rabbitohs coming out onto the field now, one by one. Duncan, Walker, Kepi, Arrow, Whiten, you name it, they're there, except for Latrell, but we don't need to worry about that. Michaeli Ravalawa, the low knee running out, Kolomatagi running out, all of the South Sydney Rabbitohs ready for a big one today. Up the buddies, says Milani Ferguson. Up the buddies, Milani, up the buddies. Jamie Humphries has done a significantly better job than many expected in the South Sydney Rabbitohs halfback role. I know he's not the first choice halfback, but he's got to be at this point, right? I know it's harsh on Lewis Dodd, but he's been so good, Jamie Humphries, that it's hard to see how Lewis Dodd gets back into that halfback position unless you harm Jamie Humphries' development to do so. Humphries has been a bargain from Manly to Bunnies. Nico Hines now and the Cronulla Sharks come out onto the field. Milani says, come on, the buddies, up the buddies. There's a lot of buddy support here from Milani. Must be the biggest buddy supporter in the chat, considering how much he's popping into the comments compared to the rest of yous. Let's update this. Get ready, legends. Super Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. Cronulla Sharks versus South Sydney Rabbitohs, their first home game of the season to kick off round 3, Super Saturday. The Bunnies and Sharks kicks off now here on the channel. South Sydney Rabbitohs will let it bounce through. The Michaeli Ravalawa picks it up for the first time here. And now Michaeli Ravalawa through the line here. Held back over. Then to the left here. Back goes short. Kolomatagi through the line. Held back there. Appealing as Mamu Spaghetti. Mamu Spaghetti goes over to Giant Arrow. And like an arrow, he pulls himself back. And then gets pulled back into beard by the defense. And it's going to be a penalty here. Nakora too rough in the play dome, legends. He's been sent to the naughty corner. Penalty, dangerous tackle here. Cronulla Sharkies will have to defend. Well, the South Sydney Rabbitohs get an even better opportunity. Yeah, Bryson Decora, bit of a tip there. Also, I could argue a bit of a rough shot on him too. Campbell Graham pushed on back over to the 40 here. Sharks to win, I think, says Neil Clarkson. Sharkies. Kayo jumps into the chat and says, go the Sharkies. We got a few Sharkies here. Who's winning? The game literally kicked off less than 2 minutes ago, legend. No one's winning yet, Kelsey. No one's winning yet. Up tease, says Crispo. Just hoping there's rugby league in the next life, Tyler, but I'm not planning popping off yet. No, neither am I, legend, but I'm hoping the same. Let's have it, brother. Let's have it. Hines to the left here. Trindle goes over to Teague Wilton here. Teague Wilton into the line now. And Teague Wilton held. Now McInnes. Karen McInnes spinning around here. McInnes arms out, trying to push them back. Mummy Spaghetti and Colin Matuggy working together to get him to the ground there. Sup, my friend, how are you? I am pretty good, Yusuf. Enjoying free live stream reactions today here after a very successful uni class as well. Brayley. Over to Adam Fanua Blake. AFB on his way through here. AFB held about for 25 out here. We go to the right. McInnes again. Goes short. Cronulla Sharks here from pretty much in front. 33 metres gained. Nico Hines will clear it in the air. It's not too far. And just barely. South Sydney knock on. The South Sydney knock on, legends. We got the buddies. Knock it on here. Bye. South Sydney Rabbitohs number 2. Isaiah Tass with the mistake. What are you going for, Parramatta fan? I don't really go for teams necessarily in these ones. I guess I prefer Buddies, legend, but I tip the Sharks, so it doesn't impact me too much, man. In the end, I'm a firm Parramatta fan, and I just enjoy rugby league in general. That's why I live stream react to the games as well. It helps out the channel, and I enjoy talking about them and overall just watching rugby league. I find every game pretty fun to enjoy. I watch them anyways. Might as well stream. Sharks 1-12 says Crispo K. Sharkies 1-12. There's another prediction on the board for you. Sharks from in front. Second tackle. Short. Over to Adam Fanua Blake. And Blake couldn't quite break over there. He's held in behind the left post here. Remember, legends, for those watching at home who can't actually see the game, Cronulla Sharks attacking to the left. And the buddies to the right. And it's down the right side that the Sharkies will fly on over. It is Nicholas Hines with the wavy hair and the wavy step for a try. Nico Pickos himself a try there, right in the corner. 4-0 with a kick to come here, and what a start. That's what they were hoping for to begin things off. Cronulla Sharks right now showing why they are the favourites in this one by so much. I go for Canberra Raiders. Oh, cool, Kelsey. Cool. So you know what a long drought's like, just like Para. Not quite as long as Para's, but you get it. Afternoon, legends. Afternoon, Jason Reader. Up the milk. Sharks 13 plus is Jason Reader. Jason Reader thinks a huge scoreline is coming up for the Sharkies. I mean, they have scored in under 5 minutes, but I mean, I'm pretty sure the Panthers scored in under 4 minutes, and they didn't end up beating the Roosters. So go to Sharkies, says Kelsey. Kelsey's going for the Sharkies, legends. Don't want to talk about it. Roosters fans don't want to talk about it, Liam. Warwick says, come on, the buddies. Good to see buddies support in the chat. Wasted days and wasted nights says, hello, people. And rest in peace, George Foreman. Rest in peace, George Foreman, mate. Hello. Welcome to the stream, legend. Hope you're doing okay, man. Really do. I like it. The Cronulla Sharks magic fingers. Oh, here we go. Nico Hines. Oh, he hits the post. He hits the post. Next time I should take it. Nico Hines taking it. It's worth double to a whole new level there. Nicholas Hines, legend for the Cronulla Sharkies, 4-0. 5 minutes into the game now. There you have it. South Sydney Rabbitohs going, why don't I make the trip? Sharks fans going crazy on the sideline here. Sharks are my specials of the week. Your specials of the week, legend. That's interesting, making his specials of the week the heavy favourites in a game, but cool. I know Sharks will win, says Yusuf. He just knows it, legends. He knows it's a fact. The Cronulla Sharks are winning. He knows the Sharks 100% have got this. Sean Kepi tackles after the attacker was held. There you go. And now the Cronulla Sharkies here will get themselves a penalty. Going over to the 30 here. Is it Rob? Is it Tigers? Is it the Tigers? It's not the Tigers, ladies. Sharkies. Sharks are my favourites. I know Sharks is just go Tigers tonight. Go the Tigers, bruv. I did tip them, so it'd be nice if they did well. Bryson Nakora lifted up here. First tackle on the 40. Nico Hines goes to Cameron McInnes now. Cameron McInnes going over here on the first tackle, goes to second here. Second and held back. I'm looking forward to Roosters vs Titans next week. Should be a good game, Jason. Should be a very good one. Short round here. Blake Brayley goes to Oregon Kafusi here. Offloads. Good one from Kafusi. He learned his offloads in his Parramatta days. I'm just going to put that out there. Then to Nakora. Jesse Ramian pushing them off here. Read too well there, though, by Jay Arrow and the lock there. Who is playing lock for the South Sydney Rabbitohs today? Because I know it's not one of their typical guys. Tallis Duncan's playing the lock spot. South Sydney down the edge. Here they go. No, goes to Cronulla. Oh, my goodness. That was all over the place there. Cronulla Sharks held. 45 metres gain, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty for the Sharks. Yes, this is Tigers first try scorer. Tigers first try scorer. It is going to be none other than, if I could just get up my predictions, it'll be none other than Sunya Taruva, who will score for the Tigers. There you go. McInnes, through the middle now. Are you going to Owners versus Parramatta? Okay. I am going to 99% of Parra Games Legend, yes, especially now that I'm monetized, because I'll be getting revenue from the videos I make and also super chats and things. So the more I make, the more easy it is to get to games. And that's kind of what I'm building up right now. If we don't get to every game this year, we'll try to get every game next year. But pretty much every game is hopefully planned out, you know. One or two may have to be streamed, but we'll come to that when we come to that, legend. Tomorrow, I hope Eels play well for you. I hope so too, Yusuf. I hope so too. Oregon Kafusi now. Through the middle here. South Sydney just pulling him on back here. Mamu Spaghetti getting him down. Second tackle now. 32 minutes left in the first half. Brayley to the left. Trindle goes. Wilton! He'll wilt like a sunflower and go to the ground in a ton. 3 South Sydney Rabbitohs on him. Penalty for TJC Sports, mate. If we were, mate, I need 10 penalties right now. This game, mate. This game, some of the comments at times. I need 10 penalties, bro. I think we need to send some people to the bin. Is Jack White a good? He's okay. He's okay. He's good. He's good. He's decent. He's decent. He's over. Right to the Cora. Light him up. Light it up, up. Light it up. He's swimming. What a Sharky. He takes a bite of the opportunity, eating all the swimming little fishy buddies he can. Bryson Nakora opens them up quicker than you on a packet of chips. Is it lunchtime? No, we're a bit past that now. Bryson Nakora eats that up. Nico Hines opens him. I saw you on YouTube. Well, I am on YouTube right now, legend, so that makes sense that you would see me on YouTube. He is saying the dogs own us. That is crazy. Crazy statement. Who's saying that? Who's saying that? They crazy, bro. Crazy. William Hunt in the chat says, hit the like button, subscribe, everyone. Your team will hit the post like Nico Hines all the time. I like that comment. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Pure, utter facts. William Hunt, you legend. First pin of the day. First pin of the day. Right, beat that, legends. Beat that as a comment. Oh, my God. Come on, buddies, says Warwick. Come on, buddies. Come on, buddies. You can do better than that. 10-0 now. Sharkies. We're only 10 minutes in. 10 points in 10 minutes is crazy, legends. That's going to pin. Of course it is, man. Of course it was going to pin. Oh my God, come on, buddy, says Warwick. Come on, buddies. Lift up for Warwick legends. Let's go, says Yusuf. Let's go. Liam, you're dreaming. You're dreaming, look. No, you're dreaming, brother. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. What do you mean he's dreaming? He's just saying that Parramatta are going to win tomorrow, which is a pure and utter fact, legend. You're crazy if you'll think otherwise. Crazy. We're winning, bro. We're winning. Cronulla Sharks now on the first tackle with 10 minutes gone by. Over to the left. Blake Brayley with a good pass, and Cameron McInnes swims around. I love Cameron McInnes as a player, I must say. Liam, I woke up in Paraguay and was ready for the game today and send them little puppy dogs home. Send them little puppy dogs home, folks. Send them little puppy dogs home. They can't handle us. We'll have them on a leash by the end of tomorrow's game. Where does Jack White play these days? Halfback? No, he plays in centre, legend. He can play fullback, 5'8", and centre. He's played some 5'8", I think it sounds, but he's been mostly a centre for them, legend. Cronulla clear and Jai Gray collects. Now to Ravalawa. Ravalawa pushing on forward. One of the rare NRL loan deals. What are you having for dinner tonight? Not exactly planned out, Kelsey. We'll figure it out when we figure it out, legend. I'm living on a very what's there and fits what I can have, kind of. Whatever's there. Making do with what you have is one of the greatest skills you can earn in life, legends. Not needing the finer things in life. It gets you so far. NRL Time says, the snowflake's chance you gave Rabbitohs has melted. The snowflake chance is melted, bro. It's a puddle in the ground right now. 10-0. Over to the middle here, held back Stone Street. We go to the left now. Mulatalo looking to step around the ball here. Mulatalo held down. I got a question. Is this the Blue Penrith or the Sharks play? You're never going to let me down, are you, Andrew? You're never going to let me live that down. He's never going to let me forget the Vegas Stream legends when I called the Sharks the Panthers. Like, come on, man. I was tired. Vegas is in the AMs, brother. It's the Blue Penrith team, 100%, man. 100% the Blue Penrith team. Bacon sandwich for me, Brecky. Let's have it. Let's have it, Daniel. Nothing like a good bacon sandwich. Not going to lie about that. I love me some bacon. Michaeli Ravalawa here. Over to the 10. In fact, when I was younger, bro, you couldn't get me anything better than that. Going to turn them into some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Warwick there. Will Nathan Cleary play next week? No, probably not based on stand-down policies, but I'm also not an inner when it comes to the Panthers. So I can't tell you for certain. Jai Gray now, down the left here, South Sydney Rabbitohs folks. Buddies pushing forward, get themselves over to the 40 here. Then to the halfway line. We're going to enter fifth tackle for the South Sydney Rabbitohs now, folks. 27 minutes left in the first half here. We're going to have a clearance now from Jamie Humphreys over to the middle. Will Kennedy, Lord Baltimore just about manages to collect that one. And then goes to the ground. Now it's a far pass to the left here. Kyle Hero's just running there. And the referee is going to call it back there and say, no, siree, you're not allowed to do that. Are you kidding me? Would have been a terrific run. 2 to 3 weeks, says Warwick, probably. Nice stuff, legend. Are we playing next week? Just not for the Panthers. No, not for Panthers. It's going to be for... You're playing tomorrow, aren't you, Nathan? You're playing tomorrow for Parramatta. You're going to win us the game against the Bulldogs, right? Nathan Cleary, come on. Work some of your magic. Let Parra win against the Dogs. Come on, please. Please. Yeah, 11 days for Cleary. Charlie, you should know nowadays you can't be wrong in this internet world. It doesn't fully delete. Well, you're right, Daniel. You're right. I should know nowadays. The repercussions, right, man? You say anything, it'll be back in 10 years. Absolutely. I can't escape it. It's official. Yeah, I should have known, Daniel. I should have known. You're right, man. I should have guessed it. I should have magically predicted that I'd make that mistake and avoid it. All right. Mummy Spaghetti to Cody Walker. Walker's on. Over to Sean Keppie here. Former Manly Seagull. A couple former Manly Seagulls there held. Then we go to the right. Walker. Jai Gray. Ravalawa. Oh, did he get that? Did he get that? Was he in? Was he in is the big question there. Whether he's in. It's not whether he grounded it. I think he got that. It's about did he stay in? Ravalawa in his first game for the Buddies. I think he's out. Oh, it was so tight, man. Well, Buddies have the ball, as I've been saying, Legend. That's exactly right, Tyler. Dillaround will early and I'll be replacing him. Hey, Nathan Cleary, let's go. Let's go. Nathan Cleary for Parramatta. We like the sound of that, Legend. I feel he's in. He looks like he's in. We're reviewing it in the bunker right now, Legend. As I've said again, we're looking at it in the bunker right now. Sup, bro? Rabbit's getting smashed or what? We're pending a try here. I think it'll be a no try, though. I think they're going to say he hit the line. Yeah, they're going to say he hit the line. Sorry, Ravalawa. Sorry, mate. There you go. No try. It remains 10-0 to the Sharkies here. Go, buddy, says Warwick. Sorry about that, Warwick. Sorry about that. By the way, welcome to the stream, Nards. Very good to have you here, man. Absolutely. They're currently getting smashed, man. They're going to have to up their game soon. By the way, cheers, guys. We're only about 41 minutes in. We've already gained like 4 or 5 subs. Great stuff from yous. Rabian, over to Blake Brayley. Blake Brayley passes short to Nakora here, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs cover him well there. The South Sydney Rabbitohs getting above it all. It's then a short pass over through the middle here. Kept back in it. Couldn't quite push forward enough there before going to the ground here. By the way, apologies for the very short warning between the streams. We might have this for a while with the Super Saturdays because of the fact that just I don't have the time to set them up as soon as usual, but we'll do our best to set them up as quick as we can every single Saturday so you guys get them. Joe Gray now, 24 minutes left. Through the middle here, South Sydney are my sons, says Mitchell. They're your sons, Mitchell. They're your sons, brother. They can't handle you. And now it's Jack Whiten. The referee here, stepping in. It looks like it's going to be Sharks ball. What on earth? What on earth? South Sydney, did you make a mistake? Wait, hold up. We're going up to the bunker here, legends. Don't get too excited yet. Sorry, Sharkies fans. We're going to have to wait and see. Not been against the Doggies, but hope you get the win tomorrow. Appreciate that, Daniel, mate, very much so. Have a good time at the game and be loud and proud. Daniel, you've even glimpsed through any of the vlogs, which, by the way, you should to the viewers that haven't. You'll know, mate. We will. We will, bro. No matter what, loud and proud, fierce rivalry coming up. We're just watching here. Ravalawa, did he lose that, or did he? The Buddies are very firm on this captain's challenge here. Just looking at it, that seems like that will be successful, and it is successful. Challenge successful, legends. There you have it. Challenge successful. South Sydney get to keep the ball here. Second tackle. Over to the right now, the Buddies. Cronulla Sharks with a good tackle there. Gets him behind the 10-metre line. Oh, my goodness. They just keep on pulling him now. Cronulla Sharks, legends. Through to the middle here. Salute to you just in the chat up the Bronx. Salute, Will. Salute, legends. Salute, brother. David Cleary head injury, I felt bad. I would have felt bad too, legend. It's kind of like how I don't feel great about Moses' injury for Para. South Sydney Rabbitohs now. Good long kick. Will Kennedy ends up with it. Over to the halfway line for first tackle. That is a brilliant piece of meters there for the Sharkies here. Just what they would have ordered. And then Stone Street. Like a piece of stone. Mate, he's a statue there. He's held on the 40 of the Rabbitohs end here. Once again, for those watching at home that can't actually see the games because they either don't want to or they can't afford what they're charging from Foxtel and Kayo, the Sharkies are attacking to the left, the Buddies to the right. Brayley. It's a kick in the air by Cronulla here. Nico Hines and Trindle Chase. And Jai Gray is going to have to take it out of play here. What's the score? It's on the screen right now, Pensafia. It is right now 10-0 to the Cronulla Sharkies against Buddies. Hi, Will. Well done to your Broncos. Well done to the Broncos, indeed. That try was taken from us. I think you were in Rabbitohs for life, but the ref made his decision. I mean, not the ref. The bunker made the decision you were out, or maybe it was insufficient evidence. It's hard to tell. I don't really get to listen to the commentary to the same degree you guys get to. I'm kind of my own commentator, just looking at the thing move, Up the boys, Liz Kelsey. Up the boys. Up the boys, baby. All right, now, Cronulla Sharks. Cameron McInnes. Over to Adam Fanua-Blake. Into the line now. Adam Fanua-Blake. Held. It's a good short run here. Sharks from in front. It's an offload to Blake Brayley here. Trindle then. Backwards. And Nakora. Surely he was going to go over there. But Charlie Gray is there to save the day. McInnes. To the left. Hines. Wilton. Back to Hines. Nico Hines. To Kale Aero here. Aero now. Aero around here. The bunker sucks as Warwick. The bunker always sucks. I agree, legend. We don't love the bunker, do we? Low kick from Nico Hines and collected by Keon Kolomatangi here, who's allowed to run for quite a bit. Gets to the 20 now before being held down. A bit too much space. And it's going to be a penalty as well for South Sydney. Great job, Kolomatangi. He's completely flipped the script in that play. And the number 11, he may have just won them a try-scoring opportunity. It's a penalty for holding down. And now, the South Sydney Rabbitohs from their own 30. Running into the line here, it's Campbell Graham. Returned a few weeks ago from a huge injury against the Dolphins. Not quite the player he once was yet, but give him time. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Then to the left here, you beauty, says Warwick. Warwick's excited about this one. It's just what he asked for Christmas, legends. It's a short run there. Sean Kepi through the middle here, just pushing forward and onwards. Mummy Spaghetti here twirls it around like the spaghetti on your fork there and held on the 20 now at the Sharks' end. Fifth tackle, 45 metres gain. Cody Walker with a short chip and chase here. Cronulla Sharks, Mulatalo ends up with it. And he's going to get out of the goal line here. Offloads to Will Kennedy. Calero down the center. Oh, down the wing. He bends one. He gets off two to the 40. Here he goes. 40, 30, 20, 10. He's just run 100 meters. Calero, it's a 100-meter try. It's an entire length of the field team effort. Cronulla Sharks 14-0 against South Sydney. 19 minutes to go in the first half. And that was absolutely terrific. Am I watching a rugby league game or reading a DC comic? Would have thought he was going through with time travel. That was so quick. It all started from Ronaldo Mulatalo. And then Galero fends off Ravalawa and Kempi to just rush on over. He could have passed to Kennedy if he wanted to be nice, but instead he goes, no siree, you'll get caught up too. Here's my own try. I'm going to run the entire thing myself. He doesn't need anybody else to back him up. He will do it alone, and he will do it completely, perfectly. He got the job done. Target in the left side. And with a flick of the wrist, we've got another one on the board. Waiting off on the kick now, legends. What a try from the Sharks. Great rugby league. Terrific rugby league indeed, Liam. Indeed. Kia ora, Wills. Hey, kia ora, Mel. Welcome to the stream, legend. Afternoon. Great to have you here, our favourite WAS supporter. Hope you're feeling at least all right. I mean, your team did win yesterday. Must be feeling at least a little positive, eh, legend? At least a little positive. All right. And Sharkies hit the ball, and they score with the ball. 16-0 to Cronulla Sharks here. And, I mean, it's looking ugly, but I'm not going to call it truly ugly unless they concede the 20. If they don't score next, I'm calling this a really ugly-looking result. Like, really ugly-looking. Because Cronulla Sharks are all over them at the moment. Way more than I would have expected, at least, as well. Well, actually, no, not more than I expected, but more than I think South would have wanted. South Sydney Rabbitohs, a team with absolute high expectations always, as one of the oldest and proudest. Unless you ask Roosters fans who say they've only existed since 2002. And one of the biggest fan bases, very passionate. You got a feel for them here. They always have a high expectation, especially under a coach like Wayne Bennett. Brayley now to Hines. Back to Fanua Blake. Second tackle. Fending them all off here. Gains about 10 metres there. Added Fanua Blake. One of the best props in our game there. Goes to the ground here. Onto the Rabbitohs 40 here. Will Kennedy. Sharkies are just all over buddies right now, unfortunately, for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Cameron McInnes, probably my all-time favourite Sharky. Love him. Then gets it off here. Jesse Ramian here. Ramian to the 10 now. 85 metres gained here. Nico Hines. Short run through. Stone Street! Did he get that? He reckons he did. What acrobatics was that? Samuel Stone Street makes it 20! 20 points! You heard that right, legends! You heard that right! The Sharks are leading 20-0 with 16 minutes to go in the first half. South Sydney, even this season alone, no strangers. 2 big blowout starts. Oh! I don't know if we maintained that, to be honest with you. He knocks that on. He knocks that on. He knocks that on. That'll go up. I reckon we're going to get no try there. I don't think that that'll stand. Not in today's modern game here. He's knocked that on. He's definitely knocked that on there, legends. He knocked it on. No doubt in my head looking at that. He's definitely knocked that on. No try. Yeah, the referee and the bunker agree. Here we go. No try, legends. It'll go back to 16-0. But how brilliant have the Cronulla Sharks been right now? Fanua Blake is so good. I remember how good he was at Manly quite a time ago. He is a terrific player, Daniel Bay, a terrific player. He's one of the few props that can rival Payne Haas right now in ability. But even then, probably not quite. Payne Haas is another level, but, you know. South better stop copying Cowboys defense or Fitty Bomb is coming. Yeah, Willie, but it's like they took inspiration from the wrong side last night, right? Inspiration from the wrong side, legends. Now, South Sydney. Through the left here. They're going down the middle. Havili, 4th tackle. On to 30 now. Just pushing on forward here. Liam LeBlanc is on the field, by the way, for those wondering, as well as Tamita Totola. Totola, what a story he is. What a story he is. Many people wondering how he even managed to get back to rugby league. And, knock on Cronulla. South Sydney now on the 20. Full set coming up, legends. Tackle 0. Can the Bunnies finally score a try? Over to the right now. Havili, unable to get over just yet there. Mummy Spaghetti to LeBlanc. Gets it over to Walker. Walker to Humphreys. Humphreys over to Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham for the line alone here. Campbell Graham can't quite get there here. AFB who, says Mel? AFB who, legends? And LeBlanc through the middle. Stopped. The diddle fiddle. Over. It's a spin. Totola for the line. Couldn't quite get there. But he's Humphreys. That is a very long pass. And unfortunately, it's way too high. Ravalawa unable to get on the end of that one. And it will go out of play here. South Sydney Rabbitohs will be unable to score there. Not bitter at all. Oh, nah, Mel, you're not bitter at all, legend, at all. You're not a bitter whatever. You're not bitter at all as a wise man about it. How could you be? You're not bitter. It's like, yeah, I'm not disappointed that I don't get to watch Steelbags play for Para anymore. Not disappointed at all, legends. Totally not. Totally not. Congrats, by the way, to the Warriors last night. To any Warriors fans that may tune in, that was a good win by you. Unfortunately, though, it does concern me for what the general performance from the Roosters is going to be in the upcoming year ahead. But yeah, they are in a rebuild. Talakai here. Brayley goes over to Trindle. Trindle then absolutely thunders that kick there, and it's going to go out of play here. The Cronulla Sharks, unbelievable stuff from them. Terrific. Braden Trindle stepping up with a huge, mammoth-sized kick there, and Wayne Bennett looks unimpressed on the side there. Is that a 40-20? Think it could have been. That was terrific there from the Sharkies. Up the wires as well. Yeah, 40-20 on the 10 now. Here they go, legends. Hines gets it short, running through the middle here. Up the wires, baby, says Mel. Up the wires. Let's go Sharks with this game. Let's go, mate. Warriors played a good game last night. They did. They really did, legend. Talakai now. Into it all, Talakai! Did Talakai just score against his former team? The referee's going to go up and say it's no try at the moment. But we'll wait and see on this one. This could be it. Could be another. We could be hitting 20. Just wait for it. He never loses possession. He never loses possession. It never leaves his arm. It never leaves his arm. That's the rule, legends. Never leaves his arm here. For Sharks, legend. That's why I said for Sharks. Talakai's a Sharks player, legend. COC for Talakai here. They're just reviewing it with the bunker at the moment. What a 40-20, though. What a 40-20 to create that opportunity it was, legends. In my personal opinion, he never loses possession there, and it shouldn't be. And in my opinion, they let the Storm score off of an arm try last year, or the year before. They let the Storm score off of an arm try. But no, they're not going to allow that one, legends. It's going to remain 16-0 to the Sharkies instead of 20 here. They don't want it to be 20 right now, do they? All good. It's a big ask for the youngsters at the Roosters to step up all year, but it's interesting to see them do their thing and see them develop. Exactly, Daniel, mate. They're in a development phase. And that's what not a lot of people realize about Para. They're also in a development phase. Riles is just seeing who clicks with how he wants to play, and whoever doesn't click, he's going to move on and find new guys. We've also got a ton of really talented youngsters coming through. While people will try to hype up the pressure, Riles isn't in any danger with Para, as long as we don't listen to the fans that don't have patience. Walker to Jai Gray. Whiten round the left edge here. Round the left edge and caught out. Rabbitohs are suffocated by the Sharks today. They are. The Rabbitohs are all over the place, man. Hopefully it won't destroy their confidence. NRL is an extremely unforgiving comp, legend, but I'm sure that they'll back themselves to do better in the future. Will Kennedy then, in the air, manages to get the ball there and will go to the ground. We have 12 and a half minutes left in the first half here. Sharks now down the right wing there. Kept back in it here. Nico Hines pointing out his flaws to everyone around here. We're going through the middle then. Pushing forward. Tyler Bryce Cartwright should be in first grade for Parramatta Eels. Fair enough, Liam. You're entitled to that opinion. Bryce Cartwright is a quality player, but you got to remember it's about more than playing. If Riles doesn't believe he has the right mindset for what he wants, or that he's the right player for him, then that's Riles, legends. That's his decision, and I think that it should be respected. You know, I think players should be able to think what they think or try as little as they want just because of how good they are. Jason Riles is simply sticking to his guns and backing who he knows believes in his system. If Cardi hasn't earned his spot in the team, then he's not going to be picked there on merit. Cardi's going to fight his way back and get into the team hopefully in the future, but he's actually got to earn it, legends. He's not going to get it off of Ben Cartwright. Daniel Bates says, Jason Riles, yeah, I remember he was a very good player himself. Hope he does well as a coach. Got to remember, he's not walking into a... This is what people don't always, think about. He's not walking into a Melbourne Storm like originally planned. By the way, fifth tackle here, South's kicking on the halfway line. He's walking into a side that only barely didn't get the spoon last year and has a very young crop coming through and players who are a bit past it. So he's got time. He's got time. Give him time. Ronaldo Mulatalo to Calero. Offloads back to Mulatalo. Back over to Nico Hines. Nico Hines to Mulatalo. Then to Will Kennedy. It's a very Broncos-esque try there. And they're over. That is utterly insane. And Cronulla will finally, after 2 hoaxes, lead 20-0. And the Bunnies have never even gotten a sniff. Not even a sniff yet, legends, from them for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. My goodness me. Will Kennedy scoring. I can't believe that try. That try is terrific. Let's go, boys, says Yusuf. Let's go. Yeah, Daniel, he's been coaching a long while, exactly. Just not head coach. He's been an assistant at the Storm and the Roosters. He's been an assistant at the Storm and the Roosters. Yes, he's been coaching for a bit, but not... he originally signed to be with the Dragons as coach, but he opted out at that last minute, and then because he was promised that he'd replace Bellamy, but Bellamy took too long to leave his role, and he's gone to the Parramatta Eels to rebuild us. And he's been very clear. I don't know if it's been publicly, but with the members, he's been very firm, legend. He's been very firm with the members that things will get better. He's got a vision. He's just learning what works this year. This year is very much an experimental year for him. Remember, Benji got a spoon. At least a spoon. It might have been 2 even, but he got at least a spoon, Benji Marshall. Right? He got a spoon at least. And now this year the Tigers are doing okay compared to previous years. Improvement can come over time, and it will slowly build to be better. You just got to go through the tough times first. Go through the hard hurdles. Nico Hines, with his own hard hurdles, on the sideline, will hook it. No goal. It remains 20-0 here. 9 minutes to go in the first half here. Nico Hines is JT in these conditions. Is he not, Timmy? He is JT, bro. Fofo says, Sharks go. Go, the Sharks go, says Fofo. Will Kennedy has been brilliant. That he has, Liam. That he has. Is Storm a good team? They're a very good team, Yusuf. A very, very, very good team, mate. Very good. They are very good. We very much know how good the Melbourne Storm are as NRL fans. Looks like Jai Gray's coming off the field now, legends. Head injury assessment. That's just what the South Sydney Rabbitohs needed, right? I believe that's what you guys did. Hey, Bunnies fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but you woke up today and went, man, I really wish Jai Gray would just go for a head assessment injury. I really wish it, man. Come on. Let's make it happen. All right, clearance in the air now. Over to the right here, and Kennedy manages to get it to Talakai then. Talakai then. Held through, gets tackled down there. Many will forget Talakai was once a South Sydney Rabbitoh. We go on the 20 here, then short to Cameron McInnes here. The curve on the kicks, though, mate. The curve on the kicks are his only problem right now with his great form for today's game, legend. He's doing well when it comes to the game itself, but he's not doing too well when it comes to the little extra timmets. Kicks it in the air, over to the right here. Beautiful there from Trindle. Absolutely brilliant. You have to remember Benji is Tiger Son, Rolls isn't Parason. That is true, Daniel. That is true. That is true. But sometimes being a former player of your club doesn't exactly matter. If that were the case, then a few players would be absolute star coaches, but aren't. You know what I mean, legends? Like, it just doesn't really work out that way. Even if you understand, like, you know, Sterlo's full on Parramatta, but I wouldn't want him to be the head coach at Para. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need that outside point of view to walk in there, because, legend, the way that Para was working beforehand just was not good enough. It just wasn't good enough, legend. It really wasn't. Then now to the line, Cameron McInnes here, almost through, held back. Then over to the far left here, Ronaldo Mulitalo with the side steps here. I'm just saying, Jason Rowell said to Para fans, it's a 2 to 3 year rebuild. Until it's hit about 2 years, if we've seen no improvement, then I'll start to show concern. You know, I've started to have my concern. You know, I'll start to have my concern if we get 2 years into the thing and there's zero improvement progress on the field. That'll be a bit concerning. When it comes to the behind the scenes, though, there's no complaints here. He couldn't have done better. How much the team's improved in their reception and how they talk to the fans. It's an entirely different feeling. You feel like you're actually wanted heading to a game, which you hadn't in the past. Cronulla Sharks knocked the ball on here. Nico Hines and Cameron McInnes not looking up well enough there. The ball rolls around, to the ground it goes. Never a perfect storm, but being a coach, everyone has an opinion on you. Exactly, Daniel Bate. Exactly. What has me hope for Riles, though, is that as much as the media and other fans want to mistake what he says, when you actually read into what I think he's actually saying with his press conferences and all that, I'm actually really happy with Jason Riles right now. The on the field needs to improve, but I'll give him at least next season. If we don't win a single game, that's a problem. But still. Where's Harley these days? Our biggest Sharky supporter. I have no clue, Mel, where our Harley's gone nowadays. Don't know where Harley's disappeared to, legend. Should go on a hunt for him, I say. All of you. It's all the Sharkies the first half. Indeed, William Hunt. It is all the Cronulla Sharkies right now. All of them. Titans are favourites against Knights. Am I missing something? I think it's because it's at home, Will. I don't know what other reason you could give, man. I'm firmly on the Newcastle wagon for that one. Clearance in the air now, and on the 10, Will Kennedy manages to collect it here, guys. Will Kennedy now to Stone Street. Stone Street would have felt a bit unlucky not to have a try earlier. He showed great acrobatics, but just about lost the ball there. And he's held. Sharkies now, through the middle here. Who would actually be a coach anyway? I'd just be a star footballer and earn so much dough I don't need to work again. Fair enough, Daniel Bay. Smart thinking. Xavier Coach should be in high jump. He should be, man. He's a very high jumper. Who will win best, Tigers or Dolphins? Who will win the best? Will it be the Tigers or the Dolphins? The Dolphins. I'm going with the Tigers personally myself, legend. I think the Dolphins have been very poor to open up the season, to be honest. I mean, I can't talk. Para's been very poor, but I think they've been very poor, the Dolphins, nonetheless. They're one of the few teams that I don't believe is allowed to laugh at Para, considering where they are and how they haven't won either. Now on the 40 here. South Sydney, running through it all. Now Mummy Spaghetti gets it to LeBlanc here. LeBlanc held by Talakai. Mummy Spaghetti goes to the left here. Humphreys to Walker. Walker now with the dummy here. Cody Walker now pushing onwards and upwards forward here. Cody Walker held back there. Jaden Sullivan over to Humphreys. Humphreys to Totola. Totola then. Totola to the middle here. Tavita Totola pushes on forward now. Totola held. Mamu Spaghetti. Humphreys backwards, over to Jack Whiten, Ravalawa, back to Graham, and it ends up in the hands of Calera, who's had a terrific game today. Yes, Yusuf, we're doing all 3 live stream reactions today, legends. We're doing all 3 today. So Tigers will win. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. We love Barbie Spaghetti on this channel, Mel. That we do. Do you rate Herbie Farnworth? He seems to have had a quiet start to this season. I do rate him, legend, but yes, he's had a very quiet start to this season. He's a great setter, legend. There's no doubt about that. So it's unfortunate. But I also think the Dolphins just... When you go from Wayne Bennett to any coach, I feel like there's always going to be that change period. I wouldn't exactly pick it as anything to... I wouldn't exactly pick it as anything to worry too much about Farnworth about. I think it's a circumstantial thing right now, his form. All right, Ravalawa here. Over to the left. Humphreys. Walker. It was a very long pass there. I don't think Tass was ready for it. Stone Street. Oh, goodness me. That'll be a knock on. That'll be a knock on. Jack Whiten talking to the linesman going, how? How, sir? How have you called that? How is that your decision? I don't know if South Sydney Rabbitohs are going to get a try this game, legends. Let alone this half. I don't think they're getting one this half, but this game, they're really going to have to wake up in that second half if they're going to want to get one. Because, geez, it's not been very good, legends. Not very good at all. A little bit concerned, personally, man, looking at it right now on the board. So close to 4.8K, by the way, legends. If you haven't subbed yet, consider hitting it. Why do you say legends? Because that's what we call the people who subscribe to the channel. It's been that way since we had 250 subscribers, Kelsey. We're now on nearly 8K now. They're called the legends because one day when I opened up a video for a predictions video, I said, "G'day, legends." Just for that video, it was an introduction. Cronulla Sharks penalty. And somebody said, "I really like being called a legend. I like that intro as a comment." And I went, you know what? I like it too. And then we kept it out there, legends. We kept that out. We kept that out, folks. And then we just built from there, you know. Legends all here, no doubt. Exactly, Daniel Bate. We're just legends, man. But there's a thing to it. Still stunned about Dylan Brown. Hey, I've spoken to Dylan. Dylan knows me as a person, and I'll be honest with you, legend. Dylan's just looking out for what's best for him, and in the end, I don't blame him for it. You know, no team will ever offer him that. All right, especially to play halfback. Dylan's just going where he's going to make the most, legends. Not too much more to it than that right now. And I share no disdain towards him for it. In fact, I'll continue on with that right now because it's time for the TJC Sports Halftime Show with your host. Can you guess? I mean, it's pretty shocking, man. TJC Sports. TJC Sports. Hope you're all doing well. Look. Is it great for Parrott? No, he's not looking out for Parrott with that decision. But I almost don't hate him for it. I don't really hate him for it because let's be real here. I'm going to be honest, guys. I love Parrott, all right? I absolutely love Parrott. But if someone told me, "Hey, bro, you can make you can make like $1 million contract if you sign and support the Knights for 10 years," I don't know. I would possibly consider it, legend. I would possibly consider it at least. You know, like it's an insane deal for him. And I think he's just looking at his value and the fact that that's the best he's ever going to get out of it. Give him time. I don't know about him playing halfback, how it'll go as a player, but good on him for taking the bag, I say. And we'll always know the team that's really in his heart, legends. Really in his heart, like really. And yes, I did go to my uni lesson in my para shirt. Don't question that. Hope he does well. I'm sure most do. Most do. I hope he does well too, legend. Hope he does well too. Crossing my fingers for it, actually. Wishing him all the best. 48 votes so far on the poll here. 6% just here to enjoy the stream. 2% have voted draw. 27% went Rabbitohs. And the Cronulla Sharks to win is at 63%. Well, that could only get higher, I think, with how this game's going right now. I don't think that number is going littler anytime soon. I think that's going to be a holding point for a good long while now, legends. But we're going to be stuck on that for a bit now. You have to take that deal. I wish someone would offer me it. Then again, I've never pulled on a rugby boot in anger. Exactly. Exactly, legend. You got to take that deal when it comes about, right, legend? It would be silly for him. Be silly for him not to. Be very silly for him not to, in my personal opinion. I just don't think it would be right if he didn't take it. You know, if he stayed at Para and stayed loyal, I'd be like, oh my God, you are the biggest legend. However, the value, I guarantee you, all right, if Knights offer the exact same as Para and only like a year longer, he's staying at Para. It's the amount 2-year ratio why he's gone. And anybody, Daniel's being honest here, but anybody who says that they would not consider or come very close to taking that deal, I think that you're not telling us the whole truth there. You have to take it, pretty much. It's a life-changing deal, no matter how much you're on. No matter how much, it just changes, man. It changes everything. And Newcastle's a fit community up there. I'm sure that he'll enjoy his time there in Newcastle. They're very together, you know. I think he's really going to put it together. And we got our first super chat of the Super Saturday here from William Hunt, $10. Thank you very much, William. TJC are the Wars top eight this team this year, he asks. Remember, legends, feel free. You don't have to super chat it, though that is very much appreciated. To drop your own questions in the chat as we discuss things and enjoy talking till the second half. Otherwise, the top 8 team this year. I want to say yes, Pamel, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not certain on that, to be honest with you, legend. If they're going to finish top 8, I reckon it's 7th to 8th. I think they're definitely going to be in the contest for it, legend. Whether they get it is another question, but yeah, I definitely think they're in the fight for it. And I'd say around 7th to 8th, I expect the Warriors to finish. So yeah, I'd say just about top 8, possibly, legend. In fact, looking at the teams right now, I'd say Storm are in there. I'd say Broncos are in there. I'd say the Raiders are in there. Okay, those are my 3. They're in there. The others are a bit questionable, but I'll say that obviously the Panthers are in there. All right, that's 4. And then the Bulldogs, I'd say there. All right, and then Knights. Yes, that's right. I think the Knights will get in it. That's right. You heard that here. Knights to get in. Don't know if I said Sharks, but Sharks would obviously be there. Warriors are a shout, and that would be about it for top 8. If there's anyone I missed, then that would be a bit random. But there we go. Appreciate the $10 super chat, William. Cannot thank you enough. I think between the 50, the 30, and then the 50, 30, and then the 230. Yeah, well, we've made roughly $100 nearly. We've made roughly nearly $100 between the revenue on the views plus the donations to be able to say we made it roughly $100 so far ever since the monetization came back on, legends, which is pretty exciting to know. You know that we've managed to get that. You know, get to that point where we have that that kind of connection, where people are willing to support the channel in that extra little way right now. In fact, if I go to post, how long has it been? We've been $100 in 4 days. I'll take it, all things considered. Not sure about this year, but possibly next year. Thank you, Mel. That's about how I feel right now. I feel like if I have you there, it's April 7th. It's April 7th, Mel. But I think next year would definitely probably be the best shout for the Warriors to make the 8 there. Probably. Warriors, who do you play next week, actually? I don't memorize the draw. I just do the draw. New Zealand Warriors, you play the Tigers. Oh, I won't be able to stream it because I'll be in Manly. Oh, that sucks, but I wish you luck against the Tigers. Hopefully the Warriors can come up on top there. Get some revenge for me, eh? Get some revenge for TJC legends in the chat. But what we will be able to stream next round is South Panthers, Roosters, Titans, Dolphins, Broncos, and Super Saturday again with Dragon Storm, the Cowboys and the Raiders, and the Sharkies and the Bulldogs. Good stuff. Yes, thanks, bud. Thanks. Oh, you got Tigers. Yeah. You predicted it, Mel. You predicted it, and silly TJC just didn't look at the chat while he was looking for it. Silly old me. Should just let you do the research, eh? Possibly quicker than me. 6:15 for a Tigers Warriors game. Wow. I mean, the Wars fans are passionate. I guess that's not a bad time, but still. Overall, so far, this year's been pretty fun, to be honest, as a community. I know it's only round 3, but I feel like as a rugby league community, it's been a fun time all about. Tried everything to super chat, just won't let me, bud. Hey, legend, you don't ever have to feel like you have to super chat, all right? Super chat is purely there for those who can afford it and can figure it out. You know what I mean? If it won't let you, it won't let you. And there is no shame in that. You already do enough for the channel as is. You just enjoy the content, all right? Others can super chat anyways, legends. So it doesn't really matter in the end for me. I don't do this for money anyways. It's just a fun extra thing that helps us out. Helps us out with the channel and keeps stuff going better. You do enough already, legend, Mel. Don't stress about it. You're good. You're chill. We're fine. And $7.99, $8 went around that too. Tissue money for the Eels. No, all right. Where's this? What's this? We got the tissue money for the Eels. Good stuff, legend. Appreciate the donation. That's funny, Will. That's very funny. I actually might need that, not gonna lie. If it goes too wrong tomorrow with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, I could use it, man. It's all good, Mel. It's all good. I hope there's no problems for me about it, Actually, I almost forgot. I know what I can do to show a bit more support to the super chatters. Where is it? I can heart these comments. I figured this out. Oh, no, I don't want to report the super chat. No. TJC almost with the mistake there, folks. No, I'm not reporting it. How close to 5K are we? Oh, we're 200 subs away right now, legends. 203 if you want to be specific, because we need 3 more to hit to hit 4.8K, and then it'll be exactly 200 to go until we're at 5K, legend. But we're averaging, according to the subscriber count, 160 a month. All right? Do the math there. 160 a month. We'll be getting there in no time, very soon, legends. Very soon we'll be on the 5K margin. It'll be a great time for us all as a community. It's the end of the season that is usually the struggle comes, especially when you know your team doesn't make the top 8. Yeah, William Hunt, that is always a struggle, and I am curious. I am curious to know how that how do I put it? I am curious to know how I will handle it when the rest of the season comes about. I think I'm going to handle it fine, but it's also hard to, it's obviously hard to do what you do while your team's bad. I do it anyways, but I won't deny that it's tough, and I don't blame people who can't do it while their team's so bad. Some people just, it's just too much for them, and I think that, it just shows you care, right? It just shows you care about your side right now. Good on you. Not far away then, Tyler. Getting close now. Yes, we are, Mel. Yes, we are. Not far at all, actually. When we get 5K, that's when we can finally do another milestone stream, Legends. Because, yes, we do have those. We do have milestone streams. We just haven't gotten a proper milestone in a while, Legends, because what it goes is 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, 50. I'm going by from after 2K, it essentially goes by 5Ks, my milestone celebrations. You know what I mean? Goes by about 5Ks after that. So you hit 2K, you hit 5K, the big one's 10K. You know what I mean? Like it's slow burn, Legends, slow burn. But when we hit 5K, it's going to be a great time. Honestly, it's really funny. It's come a long way since the person who would believe, mate? Who would believe it? This is the person that thought it's impossible to get 200 subs is 4,797 right now. Like, really, really showed himself what he can do when he tries. What are you going to do when you get 5K? Teach us the challenge? Hey, if you want to put a challenge in there, Legend, go ahead. But I ain't shaving my head like some have said. I ain't doing that. Feel free to put in a fun rugby league challenge or something if you like. I can put a word in with something. Anyways, Legends, we're going to be saying goodbye to the halftime show right now. Feel free to drop your challenge anyways here. We're going to be getting on with the second half of our opening Super Saturday game between the Cronulla Sharks and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs were just too much for... Sharkies were just too much for the Bunnies to handle in the opening one. Tyler, who are you tipping? Titans and the Knights tonight? I'm tipping the Newcastle Knights, Legend. Mick Dallas says, hi. Hello, Mick. Welcome to the stream, Legend. Great to have you here. Hope you're feeling all right. Hope you're feeling legendary, dare I say. 1 try assist, 2 40-20 kicks there. Braden Trindle, ladies and gentlemen. All right. He's got it down. South Sydney, 0. Sharks, 20. Second half, Super Saturday opener. Here we go! Kicks it up in the air over to the right side here. For those wondering, Cronulla Sharks will be attacking to the right. South Sydney Rabbitohs to the left in this second half here, folks. South Sydney Rabbitohs managed to push the Sharkies back onto the line here. Blake Brayley gets it short then. Over to Stone Street here. Stone Street was very unlucky to have a try disallowed earlier. Stone Street put on his back. Talakai then barges forward here with a huge amount of muscle there and just goes to the ground. Then moving around here, Sharks go short. Hamlin Uele into it. Hamlin Uele, it's like he was running into a stone wall there, couldn't get by. Also, by the way, Legends, Jai Gray has passed his head assessment injury. So he is back on the field now, Legends. Clearance in the air now from the Sharks. Over to the right here, South Sydney chasing, and it's collected by Tass. Isaiah Tass now, he made a bad error towards the end of the first half here, knocking the ball on right in front of the Cronulla Sharks area. He'll be hoping for redemption in the second half. Ravalawa too. Well, he can argue he was in play. He was ruled out of it, and it was a no try when he tried to ground it earlier. Would have been the only try South have scored so far. Jaden Sullivan's also on the field here. He's now taking the penalty kick there that they've just received, South Sydney Rabbitohs. Campbell Graham, he taps and he goes past the halfway line now to the ground. He blows. There she blows. There she blows. Bye-bye. Tavita Totola then. Past the 40 here, Totola. He's fine. 35 out now, folks. Go Cronulla, says Mick Dowler. Good to see, Legend. Somebody getting behind their side here. We got the Cronulla support coming out, folks, in drones. Remember, we got 2 more streams after this, Legends. You're not without TJC for quite a while still. Havili into the line. Havili going forward here. Held Cody Walker there to Jai Gray. And Isaiah Tass doesn't position himself quite right there. The ball will go out of play off of a poor pass there. Cronulla, no Panthers. What do you mean no Panthers? Like, oh, you mean you go for Panthers? That's all good, Legend. Well, you're saying go Cronulla, so go Cronulla, right? You're showing support for Cronulla, the team you're tipping, bro. Right? That's what it is, Legend. Anyways, carrying on here, folks. South Sydney Rabbitohs defending the Cronulla Sharks here. 62 votes on the poll here. We go over to the left. Pushing forward here, just having family dinner won't be long. That's all good, Mel. I understand time zones. It's a little different over there. Enjoy your family dinner, Mel. We'll just be carrying on with this one, and we'll be right here when you get back. Worst case scenario, you'll be over in the next stream. Easy. Now, Cronulla Sharks held on South Sydney Rabbitohs 40 here. Buddies will have the ball surely here. Jai Gray in the air there, taken down there by them. My mum's. Good for you, Mick Dowler. Good for you, Legends. We are officially only a sub away from 4.8k, so don't be afraid to drop a sub if you haven't yet, Legends. I love Shark's song, but Cronulla, well, it is a pretty chill song, is it not, Liam? Pretty chill song indeed. Mummy Spaghetti into the line. Mummy Spaghetti feeling his face. Cronulla, I swear to God, if you hurt my precious Mummy Spaghetti, I swear, I will come for you. I will come for you. South Sydney now, past the halfway here. Gets it in the air now. It's a good clearance there from Humphreys now. And it ends up on the 10. Will Kennedy collecting here. Will Kennedy now spinning around here. And Will Kennedy held by them all. South Sydney then over to the right, defending Cronulla here. Kale Ero will look to get past. Kolomatagi just having a talk with the trainer on the sideline right now. We could be saying goodbye to Kolomatagi if he's not feeling right. Brayley to Atkinson. Braden Hamlin-Uele now. Braden Hamlin-Uele caught. Thought it said 14 on his back for a second. It's 16. I'm blind. Nico Hines to Mulatalo! Ronaldo through the line. Keeps going. 15 out now and he's caught. 75 meters gained in 5 minutes into the second half. Braden Trindle will have a try in the corner for the Cronulla Sharks. 24-0. And this game is as ugly as it gets right now. Cronulla Sharks, just too much for Buddies to maintain. And I genuinely wonder, will Buddies get anything in this game, Legends? Well, will they get anything? I repeat, will they get anything? Because I'm not so sure they will right now. This has been a horrific performance from them. And Cronulla Sharks, credit where credit's due. They've put up a star-level performance. This can't be good at all. Not if you're a South fan, at least. 60%. Legends. I understand that you're like, Buddy's got a big fan base, but how has the tip lowered from the amount that I tipped Cronulla since this half? How on earth have we had that happen? How on earth have you lowered the chances of Cronulla winning after that? Interesting. Very interesting there, Legends. Go see ya, says Mick Dowler. Let's go. Tyler, do you think Cronulla Sharks are premierships contenders? I think that they are a much better side than they have been previous years, Liam. Deco Hines from the sideline, and his kick will loop him. Loop in. A bit of luck in that one there. 26-0 now. Honestly, while it might not happen, this feels like a 50 bomb. This feels like a 50 bomb level difference in performance between the two teams. I don't think Cronulla's entered second, gotten out of second gear, guys. I don't think they're in first gear right now. And remember to follow up this one at 5:30 kickoff. Dolphins take on the West Tigers, but we will not be. We will be streaming that, but we will not be going live at 5:30 necessarily. We will be going live at the ripe old time of 5:20, 15 minutes before it kicks. It kicks off, legends. So not too bad. Also first, William, that game's not for an hour. What are you doing over there, legend? What are you doing over on that stream? JT Kick says Timmy Steckers. Yes, it was, mate. Timmy Steckers. It was a very JT kick. And third tackle now. Cronulla Sharkies in South Sydney right now. I swear I'm just going Sharks try right now, aren't I? Sharks try. Non-stop. How do you fight like you're running out of time? How do you do it like you need it to survive? Cronulla Sharks to the right now. Talakai rushes on in here. Sharks fans, book your grand final tickets. Book your grand final tickets now, Sharks fans. Hey, yo, says Brenton. Hey, yo, Brenton. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. I really hope you haven't released Andrew from his cage, bro. Penalty for lifting the attacker's leg. Cronulla Sharks here. Got to adjust that so that I can sit up a little bit, legends. Because one thing I've been working on as well, as much as it's not always obvious with the camera and that, but I've got to work on that posture a little bit too right now with my fitness thing. So yeah, going to be trying to sit up like this a little bit more, try to improve that a bit while we live stream. Braden Hamlin ULA is off, by the way, folks. Talakai, the former buddy, into the line there, held back here. He has to clean his dungeon first. That's it, Brenton, mate. That's the spirit. You got to discipline them when they're young. Trindle. Backwards to Teague Wilton here on the 20 here. Teague Wilton on the 20. Held out here. It's a good pass to Atkinson. Dargan's bound for next year here. Ford Rowery says, just got here and the score is shocking. Good stuff, Sharkies. I know, right, Ford? And right now they're right in front. They might score another, man. Good on the Sharks. They've been crazy today. And, oh, no, Jai Gray manages to save the day for South here. But, mate, 26-0. 26-0. All I'll say is, there's half an hour to go, buddies. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? South Sydney. Past the 10 here. Their own 10, by the way. For those watching, just got here. Buddies attacking to the left. Sharkies to the right. But currently, Sharks are on the defense here. Holding out South Sydney. Held down is Jai Arrow, the former Gold Coast Titan. Titans playing our final game of Super Saturday today. Waiting on the sideline there. It looks like Sean Kepi here. Fifth tackle. The South Sydney Rabbitohs will clear it in the air. And it will end up in the hands of Will Kennedy here. 30, 40. He'll be held behind his own 40-meter line here. Good run there from Will Kennedy. He has no hair, but he has a ton of skill. Then to Stone Street here. Stone Street. You'd think they were throwing a stone at the street with how far he went there. Stone Street to the halfway line. Atkinson there. Goes to Jesse Ramian here. Jesse Ramian then. Ramian just pushes slightly forward there. And oh, goodness me, legends. Goodness me. South Sydney and the Sharkies. Sharks unable to play the ball there correctly. Credit where it's due, though. For their first game at home, the Cronulla Sharks have really lifted up to the occasion, have they not, guys? Really lifted up to it. Anyways, time for a feed in the scrum here for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. We'll have a bit of a gap between this stream and the next one. It'll probably be like 30 minutes, I reckon, based on estimation, legends. 30-something minutes it'll be between this stream and the next one, but we'll make the most of it. And I promise you, legends, I promise you, it'll be a great next two streams that will be a bit closer together than the next. South Sydney then. Kolomatagi offloads. South Sydney down the left here, and Whiten knocks it on. Jackie Boy knocks it on. Unable to maintain possession there. Oh, goodness me. Cody Walker with not so PG reactions to that. Oh, no, wasted good chance. That was a sure try, says William Hunt. A sure try, man. And they blew it there. They blew it, folks. It went kablooey in their face. Oh, no, wasted good chance. It was sure to be, bro. Rabbitohs have been disappointing. Yes, they have been very disappointed, Liam, with this one. It hasn't been a good game from the Bunnies as of yet. Well, I can't even say as of yet, right? The majority of the game has gone by and they just have not performed to the level that they should. Cronulla Sharks. Through the middle now. Jesse Ramian. South Sydney. Mamu Spaghetti goes, are you kidding me, sir? Are you kidding me? Come on. Move out of the way, Mamu. Move out of the way, Mamu. We go to the left here. And then it's Teague Wilton here. Teague Wilton just barges on forward, not having a care in the world here. Then over past the halfway line, they go. It's a move, it's a tip, it's a spin. The Sharky is on the ground in the bin. Clearance in the air now, over to the left. Plenty of chase on it, and Ravalawa manages to get the ball there, folks. Ravalawa on the ground now here. Then over to Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham for the second tackle here. Campbell Graham held back here. We go short to Jai Gray. Jai Gray then moving around the ball here. See y'all next stream. All good, Will. See you next stream, legends. See you next stream, Will. Manly fans will miss Turbo tomorrow night. Oh, yes, they will, Liam. But good for us. Good for Parramatta. Tommy Turbo comes back fit as a fiddle to play us in round 4. South Sydney now. Clear it in the air over to the left here, and that is way too deep of a kick. That is way too deep of a kick from Cody Walker. He won't be impressed with himself in that one. Rough go from South Sydney today. You feel for them almost, but it's a bit of a reality check, I guess, after 2 really tight victories. Just kind of putting it into perspective here that, yes, you can be beaten. And yes, you're not naturally the best team in the comp right now. South Sydney, hold back Sharkies. Cronulla Sharkies on the 30 here. Trindle goes back to Malachi through. Talakai kept back here. Brayley then. Blake Brayley, obviously brothers with Jaden Brayley, who recently signed with the Canberra Raiders not too long ago. Great to hear for him. He obviously didn't end up at Parramatta, which was his most rumoured destination. That's more so because Paris looking at their young number 9 right now. Lachlan Koinakis or something in the SG Ball to potentially come up eventually. And then also Riley Smith. That's our future. There's also Handsy. We've got something to build there. And then we got some great wingers coming through and that. Be on the lookout for a young Dom Ferrugia. We've got a great 5'8" as well from memory and stuff on top of that. So, yeah, but Jaden Brayley ends up at the milk and it puts questions around Tom Starling. Over to the left now. Good pass to Jai Gray. Jai Gray to White, and that's forward. That's forward. Oh, goodness me, South Sydney. It's forward. Cronulla Sharks back with the ball in the South Sydney Rabbitohs half. And I'm sure there's many South fans shouting, what am I watching right now? I do feel bad right now for South fans that travelled the way, even though as a Para fan who travels a long way to watch Smashings, I must say that there is something where you wouldn't trade it anyways going, but like far out, man. Far out, man. You don't want it still. You still don't want it though, even though you would still go. Will Kennedy on the ground by Jaden Sullivan. Blake Brayley here to the right there. Over past the 20 here. Kept back there. To the ground he goes. Brayley to Talakai. Talakai. Dummies here. Talakai over through the middle here. Less than 10 meters away. He feels his calf there, legends. And I hope you know there's nothing worse than when a calf hurts. Calf to upper ankle on the back of his foot there is what he was feeling, it looks like, before they paused it there. They'll take a look at him right now, legends, but trust me, I know what it's like to get a calf problem from almost nowhere, and it's not exactly a fun feeling, guys. It's not exactly a fun feeling. I've been very unfortunate to be in that position not too long ago. It really, really hurts, man. It really hurts, guys. It really impacts you, even. Hopefully, though, it was just a bit of a pull. He'll be fine. He can play on, right? Hopefully, it's just like it was a minor, just go at it. Doesn't seem the case, though. Seems like they're going to tell Talakai that they're going to take him off now, the trainer. And on report, Jai Gray will go, folks. Officially, Jai Gray is on report. It's a penalty for the Cronulla Sharks here. Goodbye, Talakai. That could be his game from the way that he felt his leg there. Penalty for a dangerous tackle, as they say there. Dangerous tackle, that's interesting. I've never seen them phrase it like that. All right, added Fanua Blake into the line. Fanua Blake couldn't quite. Brayley to Trindle. Cameron McInnes. McInnes kept back, obviously a former South Sydney Rabbitoh himself, Cameron McInnes. Goes over to Talakai. Talakai, up he goes. 50% of the way through the set here. It's third tackle now. Bobby Spaghetti takes his time getting off him. Brayley to Trindle. Over to Mulatalo. Ronaldo Mulatalo. Mulatalo kept back there. Then it's to the right. All right, gets it over to Adam Fanua Blake. Fanua Blake, he looks for the pass here. He can't quite find the pass there. On to fifth tackle. They've lost a meter here. They've been right in front here. Nico Hines here. And Cody Walker looking to intercept here. Is that played out by Cody? Here we go. Oh, wait. No, number 10 now. Here we go. Was that played out there, Legends? Was that played out by our boy, Davey Mawale? Davey Mawale. Walshy edits. Says, yo, TJC, long time to see. How's life, mate? Mate, how's life? Hey, Walshy edits, welcome to the stream, mate. Life's all right, legend. We're just growing the channel as regular as ever, man. Feeling pretty good. In a very good spot right now. Studying my uni for qualifications in work outside of just the channel and the little stuff I do, volunteering and that. And, enjoying rugby league. We're in a rebuild right now, but channel popping up and all that good stuff. I'm very happy at the moment, man. I hope you're good too, in all honesty, Walshy. Do you think South can make a comeback? No. I'm usually very optimistic, but no, I don't think that the South Sydney Rabbitohs can make a comeback, Goro. I'm sorry. It's 26-0 with 21 minutes to go. It would be an iconic comeback to do. I mean, Dragons almost did something similar against Para, but surely not, right? The Souths aren't Para, surely not. Will Kennedy to Ronaldo Mulatalo on fifth tackle down the wing. And it feels like Mulatalo's almost lost that acrobatic edge that he had at one point there. Mulatalo doesn't even try there, and he goes down to the ground there. Let's get around this time as well. I miss times when we were good. I miss times when Broncos and Para were good, man, indeed. I miss them days indeed, already. Miss the old times. The good times go by too fast, don't they? Wish time would take a little slower. Sometimes I blink and then it's over. South Sydney now. Onto the 20 here. Third tackle is going to become fourth tackle then here. 2 left in the set. Way better looking concerned in the box, let's face it. This isn't the result Bennett wanted, even if it's what many of the media expected. That's not how Bennett sees his teams here. Now Campbell Graham down the right wing here, pushing on forward. Jaden Sullivan, it's a fifth tackle, 51 metres gain. They're on the 40. Humphreys hits it in the air. We've got Whiten in the chase here. Jack Whiten and Stone Street will go around him here and push forward there to the ground. He goes there. He is out of there. He is taken down for the count here. Will Kennedy then. Through the front lines here. Will Kennedy held. Nico Hines then goes to the left here. It's a good one. Over. Through they go the middle. The hey fiddle diddle here. Stone Street on the ground there held. By the way, legends, seems like it's a thing. Sean Russell is out. And Josh Adokar, the Fox, is in, baby. How legendary is that? How legendary is that indeed? Nico Hines then to Stone Street. Stone Street in the air then. Kicking it to Jai Gray here. Jai Gray spins around there. Jai Gray then. And Jai Gray held back there, folks. We then go to the right here. It ends up in the hands of Jaden Sullivan then. And Jaden Sullivan goes on forward here before Jaden Sullivan is held. Isaiah Tass there. We fend them off here. Arms in the air. Pushing them back here. Pushing them back and kept down. Marmy Spaghetti then to Sean Keppie. Sean Keppie there. Sean Keppie. Sean Keppie couldn't quite get it before being held. Rabbitohs. Marmy Spaghetti. Oh, to Moale. Fifth tackle now on the 40 here. Cody Walker. They might as well run it in my opinion, but just my opinion. Low kick here, and the bounce isn't in their favour. Jackie Boy and that chasing it. But they're not quick enough, and that ball isn't bouncing the right way enough. Wasn't hit right, wasn't chased right. Unfortunate stuff for them. And they're going to have to do better in the future, guys. They're going to have to do better in the future. Ooh. Go Sharks, says Mick Daly. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Go the Sharks, mate. Doing my tips well. I needed a correct tip. Or at least another correct tip. I remember. Who was the team that ruined the tipping week for a lot of us? There was a team this round. Yeah, it was the Warriors that ruined my tipping week to be a perfect week, but is what it is. I personally expect myself to have 2 incorrect ones, this one and one more game. Honestly, Cronulla Sharks have played so much better they could be on 50, but I feel like they'll take a solid 26-0, possibly 30 if they can do it. Hit in the air here. Atkinson collects it off of South Sydney here. And it'll be tackle. 5th tackle here. Atkinson here rolling around. He's going to give the ball to the buddies there. Taking his time getting up there. Cody Walker unimpressed there with that one here. Oh, goodness. Who could do this? Possibly do this. Alrighty. Mamu Spaghetti now. Through the middle here. Remember, legends, every single game is only on Kayo or Fox. If you can't afford them, this is the place to be. Walker to Jai Gray. Jai Gray goes far over to Whiten and Jack Whiten. The Jackie boy gets flung around like a doll here. Then to Tass. Isaiah Tass fending the ball off here. Isaiah Tass flipped to the ground. Short pass from Cody Walker then, and Humphries will clear it in the air over to the middle here. Will Kennedy lets it bounce here, and Will Kennedy will collect now. Will Kennedy goes to the left here. Will Kennedy, they keep running. Mulatalo now, offloads. Now it's Ero's ball. Kale Ero now, and Ero's held on the ground here. Couldn't quite do it. 15 and a half minutes to go, legends, before this is wrapped up here, this one. And on the sideline, Braden Hamlin-Uele is wearing an ice pack. He is ruled out with a knee issue, folks. They'll probably give us more of an update on that in the coming days ahead. Trindle. Through to the left here. Ero around now. Fourth tackle coming up here for Sharkies. Brayley goes to Fanua Blake. Goes to McInnes. Goes to Hides. Goes to Stone Street for the corner. He keeps running here. Gets over to... offload here. He has to offload here because he was going to be pulled out of play. And it's actually going to be a penalty for the Cronulla Sharks against the Rabbitohs there. Cody Walker's not happy with the drag, with the fact that he thought it was just a tackle. The referee stepping in and saying, sorry, I'm Gerard Sutton. I'm a referee, and I think that he was already tackled. Therefore, you dragging him out? Not good, bro. Not good. Not good. Bad. Bad Cody. Bad Cody. Walker's off. Walker's off. Bad Cody. Now, here we go. Into the line here. Held back there. Just goes down. Mulatalo decides to try and squeeze through the middle there. Doesn't work out in the end for him, though. He's unable to break through the line just yet here. Adam Fanua Blake looks for the pass. Can't find the pass. Will we actually get 30 in this game from the Cronulla Sharkies here? Fanua Blake and Tallis Duncan here with a bit of a push and jump there. Whatever Tallis Duncan said, Adam Fanua Blake was like, you want to go, bro? You want to go? You want to go, mate? Fanua Blake ain't taking nothing from him, legends. He ain't taking nothing from him there. No, sorry. No, And Sutton's going, that's not good enough, boys. You're better than that. You're professionals. Can't be doing that. Can't be fighting. Not good enough. 73 votes on the poll here, guys. 63% of you Cronulla Sharks. Folks, that was on 67 at one point. I don't understand it. It's 26-0. 13 minutes to go. Penalty to South for foul play. How, legends? How on earth has the percentage gone up for South to win? I'm not judging this, but that's crazy. That's crazy on the poll. And Tass slides there like a slip and slide down the left edge there, kept back. Onto the fourth tackle now here. Tyler, Stephanie Sunday goes for the Bulldogs. Parramatta's will smash the Bulldogs. I did not know that, legend. Hopefully Dane has a very bad day tomorrow when it comes to his sport team. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he has a very, very bad day. Very bad day. South Sydney now. Held. Clearance on fifth tackle, the halfway line here. Not going to lie, after 12 minutes, having a little bit of a break before preparing for the next two streams is going to be crucial, legends, for me. It's going to be really crucial. I think I need that, short half an hour-ish break. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit less than that, but still, that might be a little more even, half an hour-ish break. So, all right, Cronulla Sharks. Mulatalo to Aero, trying to get past Ravalawa. He can't. Jaden Sullivan collects. Jaden Sullivan into the line now, and Sullivan held back there. Sullivan kept down. Now it's Jai Gray's job. Here he goes. To the right here, no siree, it'll be Tallis Duncan held. Then Mummy Spaghetti to Davey Moale here. Davey Moale almost getting through. Third tackle, Walker. You got to think, can South Sydney finally find a breakaway here? Surely, right? Surely. It's been long enough of us waiting. Just give us that moment. Walker. Over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc there here. Matt LeBlanc there. Gets into Walker. Walker's on. Kicks low for Jackie Boy. And Jack White will score for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. They finally have a try in this one. Finally, 26-4 here. South Sydney have gotten a singular try. They've done a Parramatta. They've got it incredibly, finally. Incredibly. Terrific stuff. King Julian says, up the Broncos, happy to get that win over the Cowboys yesterday because it puts us back in the winner's circle after that Raiders loss. And we are now 2 wins and 1 loss after 3 rounds. Not bad. Yep, not bad, King Julian. Not bad at all. Not bad. Much better than a certain team named Para. I'm aware, legend. I'm aware we're not great, all right? I'm aware we're not great right now. Don't worry about it. 9.5 minutes now. I still believe that overall we're heading in the right direction. On the field, though, it's just going to take time. South Sydney Rabbitohs, Humphreys takes the kick, and it goes out of play. Here we go. He gets it. 26-6 on the scoreboard. South Sydney finally with a converted try here. With a converted try, they get the job down. Is it South's huge comeback? Neil Clarkson, there's 9 minutes to go. It would be an all-timer if they did. It would be. It would be an all-timer, man, if they did. An all-timer, bruv. One of the best performances they've ever put up if they managed it, legend. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed the stream so far, don't forget to hit that like button, sub, and hit the notification bell to be updated when we upload because we got 2 more streams after this one you don't want to be missing out on. South Sydney Rabbitohs, Joe Gray looks for the dummy here, goes alone, held by Nico Hines here with help from Jesse Ramian. We then go to the left, just pushing around here. LeBlanc there, into it, kept back, second tackle then. Ends up with Isaiah Tass here. Isaiah Tass held yet. How can you say that, TGC, when you guys are yet to win a game? Because we are 10 times more healthy as a club than we were last year. Are we better on the field? Heck no. But off the field, mate, we were a pope show, man. We were a pope show off the field, bro. The players were not encouraged enough with the regular fan that didn't wait out the back for hours to be good to them. The staff completely ignored para fans' requests or recommendations or their opinions on things. We never were as intelligent with our signings. We were never a community, man, before this year. This year, not only has the pre-game entertainment improved, the amount they charge for things improved in favor of the demographic that the para fan base is. They've also prioritized fan and player engagement. They've prioritized the fact that mentality is just as important as talent. There's a reason that we have a couple first graders playing in the New South Wales Cup right now, and it's because they may be lacking what Riles wants, or they've got some injuries. It's a bit of both there in the Cup. Do I think on the field it's good enough yet? Heck no. But when I look at every single other positive going on within Parramatta right now, I'm willing to put up with a bad year or two and let Riles cook. Because I'm telling you right now, while yes, we may not finish last, next year. Challenge unsuccessful for South Sydney Rabbitohs here. Well, we may finish last or not, okay? I would take finishing last place for a year or two if it meant long-term huge success compared to what we did last year of avoiding the spoon or finishing like mid-table or something right behind the top 8. If it means we can build to a good team in the future, I will deal with the temporary poor times. Plus, During the poor times, the wins can be even more fun because when you finally get a win, it just feels so special, man. Hey, TJC, based on how bad the Dolphins have been so far, getting back Stags, you surely have to back us 13 plus next week against the Finns. Absolutely, King Julian. Absolutely 13 plus, at least right now. I'll see how they play versus the Tigers. But yeah, I do think right now, as it stands, I would have to say that it's probably 13 plus to the Broncos against the Dolphins. Absolutely, Legend. I'm honest when it comes about. Joe Gray into the line there. Held down by Cronulla Sharks there. 7 minutes to go, folks. 7 minutes to go. They go to the right here. Walker goes short to Jaden Sullivan there. Jaden Sullivan, Bud Sullivan on the sideline there. Blake Brayley just chilling on the bench there. South Sydney Rabbitohs, just not their time to shine today, is it? Ravalawa then. Over by the halfway line now here. Obviously a loan from the Dragons. South Sydney now managed to collect it on the halfway line here. 37 metres gained here now. They're going to have to clear it. No, they're going to run it, Legends. South Sydney Rabbitohs. Souths are going to run it. They keep chasing. Will Kennedy, and it'll go out of play there. The effort's there. I just feel like they've left it too long to be able to try anything. 26-6. Cronulla Sharks ball, 6 minutes to go. Feels like a pretty wrapped up game in the end, but credit to buddies where it's due. They're trying to finish out well. Unfortunately, though, finishing out well means nothing when you couldn't do it for the rest of the game. Got to be better in the future. Latalo now just into the line here. Held back. Going short here, and that's a bad play of the ball, isn't it? Bad play of the ball, right? Surely, or is it... What's the referees here? Cronulla Sharks talking to the ref right now. And we've got a challenge. We've got a challenge here. We've got a challenge coming up from the Cronulla Sharks. I thought it was a bad play from them, but the Sharks aren't happy with that one. I mean, they don't really have anything to lose, right? Might as well challenge if they think it's not the case. Let's watch it. Bad play of the ball. Bad play of the ball. It's a bad play of the ball, guys. Challenge unsuccessful. Yeah. Correct decision there. Correct decision. Challenge unsuccessful. Tyler, next Friday, it is the battle of Brisbane Broncos and Finns. Yeah, and the Brisbane Broncos should win that one, Legend. The Brisbane Broncos should win that one. Blake Brayley with an... Is that Brayley with an ice pack too? Oh, Cronulla. Cronulla. Jeez, man. South Sydney. Over to the right here, looking for it. Mummy Spaghetti. Couldn't quite find the pass there. 5 minutes to go here. And that's got to be a penalty for South, right? And tapping and going. Here he goes. Jamie Humphries is allowed to run through and score. 26-10 with a kick to come. I highly doubt the comeback, but hey, a late chase to make the game more respectable. Nothing like it, right? Nothing wrong with that one. 26-10, officially the scoreline here. Bleep, bloop, a-doop. And the Cronulla Sharkies, once they gave away the penalty, just thrown a bit off guard here. Please, South, make it 1-12. Please make it 1-12, South Pagoro. Come on, do it, South Sydney. Do it. Do it now. Make it 1-12, Legends. Come on, surely, right? If you're Wayne Bennett, don't you just wonder if you could be a fly on the wall? Jamie Humphries, a try, 1 light break, 4 tackle busts, and a goal here. He'll get another one. 100% goal kicking rate today looks to be the case. 26-12. Bloop. Bloop. Updated. Simply the best. Way too good for them to handle, Legends. TJC, I'm getting that shit. I'm getting that shirt in the mail soon. This shirt in the mail soon, Bosky. That's awesome, bro. It is a good Parramatta Real shirt, is it not, bro? Yeah, I highly recommend it, man. That's good to hear, bro. It's good to hear that you're getting it, dude. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. South Sydney now. Tackled. We go through the middle then here. Hubner held back here. Kept away. Then over to the left. Ends up in the hands of South Sydney. South Sydney then spun around here. South Sydney held. Onto the third here. Short. But down to the right. Humphreys. Jai Gray. Campbell Graham. Graham now. Spray him, Graham. Spray him, Graham. Spray him. Did you see that the Fox and Lussick are in tomorrow? Hold that thought for a second, legend. Tallis Duncan is passing it off here. Ravalawa for the line. Ravalawa kept away here. I did see that, legend. I'm happy that the Fox is there. I don't know how I feel about Lussick, but also, in Riles we trust here. Kicks it in the air. Through it goes. And, South Sydney unable to get there. It was a good chase, though, from LeBlanc there. No try here. We're going to review everything, though. The referee making sure everything's all right here. Can't believe it. We're about just under 3 minutes. It's 2 minutes and 57 seconds left as the clock pauses here before we're done with the first stream of Super Saturday, legends. Do not forget that we have two more today. We have the Dolphins and the Tigers and the Titans and the Knights here. It's about half an hour until Dolphins and Tigers, and that'll be a legendary one, hopefully. Just watching it. Well, Solomon was never going to get there as he was falling down into the post. And LeBlanc did his best. And the ball rolls onto the line. And even if he were to ground it, it still would have been out of play anyways. Unfortunate there. Credit to LeBlanc where it's due, though. He tried. He tried, man. Just couldn't quite get it, right? Just couldn't quite get it in the end here. William Hunt, always first, even though my Cowboys is last. Yes, I read that comment, legend. I commented that. Mate, the Sharks tries in the first half were crazy, bro. The first half really was theirs, bro. 2.5 minutes left here. First tackle. We go to the right here. Cameron McInnes rushes through. Former South Sydney Rabbitoh. I cannot believe, to be honest with you, when I learned that. Talakai, a couple former South Sydney Rabbitohs here. Like how there's a couple former Manly players in the Buddies team right now. Jamie Humphreys, for example, one of them. Adam Fanua-Blake now. Playing the ball here. Over to the right. Offloading Oregon Kafusi here. Gets it to Nico Hines. Nico Hines then running through the line here. Oh my goodness. Atkinson is away. He's flying high. And Atkinson is held here. Onto the fifth tackle now. Will Kennedy. Dummies. No, apparently it's fourth. I really thought, counting down the clock, that was fourth tackle. Now it's fifth tackle. Now it's fifth tackle here. Short run through the line there. And he reckons he's over. Daniel Atkinson, legends. Daniel Atkinson. He's dreaming of the fake it till you make it mentality, isn't he? Fake it till you make it, legends. Let's see if he got this one. I don't know if you'll be able to prove that he grounded it at all in that. I don't know if you'll be able to prove that he grounded that at all. No matter what angle you look at there. I think that might be it for that. We'll see, though. If we find the ball anywhere on the ground, we have to give it. Oh. Is that the tip of the ball landing on the ground there just before there? Was that the tip of the ball landing on the ground, legends? What do we think? What do we think right now? I don't know, man. I mean, it went up as no try. Can you be as sure as Daisy's about that one? I know it doesn't impact the game, but you'd like to get this decision right if you're a bunker, right? You'd like to get this decision right. And the referee will say, with help from the bunker, no try! No try, legends! I'm a little shocked by that. They usually... Okay, yep, no try, folks. Minute and a half to go. We won't have any just yet in this one. Remember, we do have 2 more streams today, guys. Remember to stay tuned for them. Hit that like button and subscribe, of course, if you're new here. Cronulla Sharks, Kayo around here. Manages to collect the ball off the South Sydney Rabbitohs there. Goes around to the right. And, bouncing backwards here, Will Kennedy. My goodness me, bro. All over the place, isn't it? All over the place right now, folks. Legends. There we go. Parramatta Eagles 1947 says, you excited for the march at CommBank tomorrow? See you at Paraleague. See you there, Khalid. It's going to be legendary, man. Don't you worry. I am excited. I can't wait to be belting the Parramatta chants as loud as ever, man, as an Eels supporter. Don't you worry about that much, man. I got you. I got you, brothers. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. 30 seconds left on the clock just about here as Nico Hines offloads to Will Kennedy now, folks. Will Kennedy now. They're from in front here. Maybe, just maybe, we could see a potential last-minute try for 30 coming up. Added for Noah Blake there. Going in. Go Bulldogs, says Warwick. Bring it on tomorrow, Warwick. Bring it on tomorrow, mate. Bring it on. Back around here. Good effort there from the Cronulla Sharks' young number 17 there as he goes to the ground. He won't be the last tackle, though. 2-1. Good job to Pua. And now Braden Trindle hits it through for a field goal kick. 27-12 to rub salt into the wounds here at Shark Park. Very odd score indeed, Bosky. This game was an interesting one to be had. Very interesting to be had. Sharkies, though, the entire game looked like being the victors. They just proved it there. Almost too easy for them in the end, eh, guys? Anyways, legends, I'm going to be signing off from this stream. There's the link in the chat to the next one, the next stream on the channel. We will be live for that in the not too distant future. We'll be live for that in about, it says 26 minutes, but we'll try to be live in about 20 minutes for that one, folks. I've got to set it up, have a drink, maybe have a quick snack, get back here very quickly. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, sub. I'll see you guys over for that one. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that link to get over there, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. We'll be heading into our second of the free streams today. Congratulations, Cronulla Sharkies, on your victory.